Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little different than my normal how-to videos, but I wanted to go over something that I consider to be important if you're in the market for a portable power station. I own two of them, a Jackery and a Bluetti, which I love both of them. I've had the Jackery for about a year and I've had the Bluetti for about 2 years. Now, they're both great units, but I wanted to go over kind of the top 5 reasons why I use the Bluetti more than I do the Jackery. And this isn't gonna be a comparison about, how much one has more power than the other, because obviously this one is larger, it has more power capacity than my smaller one. But this is gonna be just going over 5 of the things that I really like about the Bluettis that's pretty much standard in all of them that you do not get with the Jackeries. All right, first off is battery cycles. On the Jackery, you get about 500 battery cycles before the battery life drops down to about 80%. So 500 is a lot of full cycles from fully charged to fully discharged, but 500, will add up quick, especially if you're on the road or you do a lot of overlanding or you get power outages a lot. On the Bluetti, it's rated for 2,500 full battery cycles before it'll drop to 80%. So 2,500, I can imagine this thing is gonna last me a lifetime, and that's just a lot. Because of the battery technology in the Bluettis, you get 2,500 cycles versus 500 on the Jackery. All right, next up is the actual LCD display. If I turn this one on, you can easily see the readout no matter what angle you're at, up or down. It's very vivid, easy to see, especially in direct sunlight. With the Jackery, as you can see, you have to tilt it a certain way. You usually have to look down at it in order to see it, otherwise it goes away. Now again, I have bright lights shining on this, but if you're out in direct sunlight or camping, which I have been using with before, it's kind of hard to read the LCD screen on the Jackery versus the Bluetti. All right, next up, it might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but the handle. This on the Bluetti has a collapsible fold-in handle, making the top flush. The Jackeries have a built-in handle that does not collapse. Not a huge deal, but if space is, kind of a concern when you're traveling, especially with me, I have kind of a smaller vehicle. We try to pack everything in like Tetris. It helps to have a flush unit. We can stack things on top of it where you can't really stack things on top of this too easily, especially if you have the bigger unit with the bigger handle. So might not be a deal breaker to a lot of people, but I do like the collapsible fold-in handle on the Bluetti. All right, next up is the wireless charging port, I guess you could say, that's on the top of the Bluetti. You can just set your cell phone on the top and it wirelessly charges it. Jackery models do not have the wireless phone charging. So it's not, again, a huge deal breaker for a lot of people, but if you don't have a cable or you lost it while you're out and about on your adventure, you can just place your phone on top and it has wireless charging. Bonus. All right, and finally, the 5th thing is the built-in light on the back of the Bluettis. Jackeries do not have a light on them, but most of the Bluettis have a light on the back that's built in that runs off the battery, obviously, and it's really handy. You have this thing on your picnic table or wherever, and you have light wherever and whenever you need it. Has low, bright, and SOS, and it runs forever. Hardly draws any power, as you can see. Well, let me see what it says here. It's drawing 2 watts, so that's not a lot of power considering how much capacity these battery banks hold. So, again, I hope you found this review informative. They're both great units, but moving forward, if I ever buy like a really large one to power my house in case of a big power outage, I'm gonna go with the Bluetti because, again, the biggest thing is 2,500 battery cycles that you get on the Bluetti versus 500 on the Jackery. So, spend your money wisely. I'll put a link below if you want to check out Bluetti. I'm not affiliated with them. These are personal units that I paid for with my own money, but I didn't see anyone really comparing, not just the capacity of each unit, but, some of the other features that you get in the Bluetti that you do not in the Jackery. So, hope you found this video informative. If you did, please hit that like button, and we'll see you next video.